This is Factorio Meiosis, episode 29. Today we plug in the super duper uber duper mega circuit cell and we start sending the trains here and we find out just how many little green guys can we send down these belts. But first, okay, we need to do one thing first, a few things, and then we can start watching the spice flow. We need to set up a new refueler train. I have two, and they are both going to a lot of stops, so I think I'm going to reorganize the ways they're set up. I just got some solid... did I not? Or did I put it in here? Here. Okay, I left it in the car. Stole some fuel from my car to use on the train and left the fuel in the car. There we go. Okay, you are coal, so you're going to be black. Oil is slightly green, but mostly black. Coal is black. We want you to go to the coal cell, which we're going to need to create a replacement for sooner or later. It's starting to look a bit anemic, but it should be good for some time to come. And then we'll say time passed. Pick up 15 seconds, I guess, is fine. And a future coal cell, I might have to give it multiple stops, like I've given this guy multiple stops. I'll show you in a second what I'm talking about. Because we've got a number of refueler trains coming in to pick up coal. Okay, next place we need to go to is the super uber duper, what did I call it? Super mega circuit slash coal. Okay, and here, we'll just do 20 seconds again, I guess. And actually, probably 15 is fine. It'll take a few cycles to get all the coal down here, but yeah, that should do just fine. All right, begin. 15 seconds, 20 seconds. All right. Have fun, little buddy. So this is the new train stop. We have two train stops. So we're going to organize the way the trains pick up stuff a little bit differently. We'll get to that. First, let's plug in the thing and start to figure out, are we compressing belts? Do we need to expand sideways or lengthwise or what? Okay, here's this guy. Then we'll start diverting the trains. They can start picking stuff up. And our copper cell, by the way, is really in a bad state. And I think that, well, this will help because a lot of the copper being taken from it is going to the electronic circuit cell. But we are going to need to make another one soon. Let me show you. Right here. Look at that. Yeah, not looking too happy, is it? All right, here comes the iron. And these guys will start producing. So these are both just going to be producing on half of each side of these blue belts. So really we're producing one belt-ish here and one belt there. These are both half full. They look pretty full, but they're really not. But there, that's a pretty good steady amount of green circuits. And let's just, okay. So it seems like the copper, at least right now, is getting all the way to the end, which is good news. But it seems like... Yeah, okay, I think the reason that's happening is because these guys back here, the belt is actually backed up. So the ones in the back aren't picking up copper, see? The belt is moving, but the ones in the back aren't actually operating. So I do need to make this guy shorter, but wider. But we'll do that in a bit. It's producing a good amount right now for our uses. So let's go into here. Oh, we have some coal. That's good. Had to change the way this is laid out. Previously, I would have the coal refueler come right into the drop-off point. But since I have two here, and they're named the exact same thing, Super Mega Circuit Cell, then the coal would go randomly to one of these two, and it wouldn't be guaranteed to go to both. I suppose I could have had it go to one and then have a belt kind of do what this is doing to bring coal to the other. That would have worked. But this is a little bit better because then it won't get stuck behind these other guys and it can just proceed outwards without going through this loop. Let's grab the train that is picking up green circuits and sending them to the red circuit cell because this is one of our big bottlenecks. Really, the big bottleneck is this and the petroleum production, which we'll get to later. So instead of going to green circuit cell, I want it to go to... What's the name? Super. Yeah. Super Mega Circuit Cell. We want to go time past 60 seconds, or I guess we have to add a condition first, or inventory full. Full cargo inventory, or either one. Either one's fine. Okay, so it's coming down here right now. And then green circuit cell. Delete. We're going to get rid of that thing. So what I'm wondering, I might change that condition so it doesn't wait to pick up quite as much. So how long will it take to pick up all that? Probably longer than 60 seconds, but maybe not. I might reduce that time. But there's no point in these things going back and forth, particularly as the length of the trip gets longer. Now, it's, instead of going... Previously, it was going from right here to right over here. So the short duration of the train length, the interval between these two guys, it was okay that it was only picking up a few at a time, because it was going to be back to that red circuit cell pretty quickly. But now that it's coming way over here, it's better to have it wait a while, because it has to go all the way back up there. So let's have it fill up a bit. Yeah, but we're not producing nearly enough of these for this thing to fill up in 60 seconds. It's only a quarter of the way there. Half of my... Oh, what happened? What happened here? What? Okay, this is weird. What happened to my iron production? What? Oh. I never connected up the ore. I forgot I had cut off the ore. All right, that's funny. Okay, so one thing we need to do, aside from sending the other trains here, is I need to rebuild part of this and expand it sideways. But while I'm working on that, we're going to start researching rocket silo, because I would like to have the research done so that we can break down... Where am I going? So that I can break down a pretty good portion of our original stem cell. And we'll do that in just a moment once this research is... All right, rebuilt. We are now twice as wide. Same amount of assemblers. We've just spread it out horizontally, not as stacked vertically. I've got all these extra guys here still. I need to do something with them. I rearranged where the balancers were and all that kind of stuff, but it's basically the same. The only difference is we're now using all 8 of the belts for the output here, because we have twice as many sources, and I decided for now, at least... we're going to see how this goes. We're going to use just one fully packed up belt, express belt for the iron, and see how this goes. Now each of these, we'll see how densely they start getting populated. Once they are fully up to steam, look at that. Okay, yeah, we're using 4, and it's basically compressing each belt, more or less. Let's see, are they all... They're not even all continually making. Express belts. Man, we really need a 4th belt type that goes super duper fast. I know you can do that with mods, but the base game, I mean, look at this. With all of these speed upgrades, I can't even keep 4 assemblers going nonstop. It's ridiculous. So we might slow things down with more productivity modules instead of speed modules. I mean, watch these things. When it does decide to create, it's ridiculous. This one's even more ridiculous. That is nuts. And now we've got 4 fully compressed express belts coming into our train. Why aren't these guys moving? What's your condition? Oh, they still want 60 seconds or full inventory. Okay, I guess it... did it fill up? No, it didn't fill up. It was there for 60 seconds. They were sitting there for a while, though. They were sitting there for a while before we started giving them lots and lots of circuits. And now we'll be filling these guys up I might increase the amount they can hold so that we can back up with inventory. So let's just go ahead and double that. They were already holding double the amount that a train could hold in one cargo wagon per little stop. So let's go ahead and just change those. And I'm going to redirect the rest of the trains over to here that are looking for the green circuits. And then we're going to break down a pretty good amount of the stem cell. Oh, by the way, I've had some requests to show the production tab. Haven't shown this in a while. So here's what we're doing. We are currently making 30, well, that number keeps going up, 38,000-ish copper cables per minute. Right now we're on the 5-second tab, so I'm making 3,000 copper cables every 5 seconds. Or that's my consumption. I'm producing, well, about the same, more or less. 17,000 copper plates per minute. Wow, this is pretty crazy, huh? Now that we've kicked it up a notch, all these things are getting produced. Cool, let's go to the 1-minute tab. 10-minute, 1 hour. So this is gonna change a bit, but you can see, look at our production spike of copper cables in just the last few minutes since I started optimizing this electronic circuit mega cell. Look at that. That is ridiculous. Yeah, look at that spike. Boink! even, boink! All right, how is our power doing? We're using most of our steam engines and all of our solar panels, yeah. But we definitely need to address this issue pretty soon, I think. Look at that big gaping hole in the base. This is where the old green circuit area used to be, and down here is the new one. All the trains have been converted over. It's going very well. In fact, it's going so well, our power supply it's just been radically strained to its limit. During the day, we do okay. At night, we don't, because you can see we're using all of our power, so our accumulators never get to actually accumulate. So we needed to take care of that pretty soon in an upcoming episode, but now we get to do something kind of fun, because I have finished all the research. I just finished the rocket silo research, which should give us some new things to craft. If we can find them in here, I might have to do it by machine. Where are they? Actually, I don't know, because it's been so long since I actually had it researched. Here we go. Satellites, rocket control units, rocket fuel, low-density structures. And then it's probably right here, rocket silo. We're going to need a whole area just dedicated to launching rockets. But one thing at a time, we can now get rid of this area. When I first started this series, I kind of wanted to be able to remove things from the stem cell here in stages, so it would get diminished over time, and I kind of didn't realize that we would need a lot of it to stay up, because you need red circuits, you need you need plastic and stuff like that just to do research. But now that's done, so we can take a lot of this down, and so if at some point in the future, like if I'm still playing this map when 0.14 comes out, then what we'll do is we'll just have to make an actual research cell, which it would be a little bit more refined because I would have more room. I was really cornered at the beginning of this playthrough because of the alien settings, with them being so aggressive and so ubiquitous. But I think we can get rid of all this. I don't need any of this like these guys right here. I just kept them here because they were part of the research area. Plenty of room in my inventory. Pick all that up. Picked all that up. Now, I will need to reroute some of this that we still need. Like, I don't have a laser turret cell yet. Need to make that fairly soon. So I will need to reroute the steel down here. And the batteries, or maybe we'll just make that laser turret cell sooner rather than later. After this, so what I really need to do is worry about the power. So temporary solution is to make another 500 steam engines. I'll just leave that. No, let's get rid of them. Yeah, let's get rid of this inserter. These are all my alien goops, by the way. I now have 4 steel chests. Well, I'm working on my 4 steel chests. 3 of those are full. Like this stuff, I don't have this being made anywhere else. So we'll have to reroute stuff so that works. Okay, so let's take a look at the accumulators anyway. since I'm thinking about it. That takes batteries. Batteries take copper, iron, and sulfuric acid. I'm wondering if I can get rid of this, the red circuits area. I think I can. They were going to making the blue science, and I don't think they're really needed anywhere here, except for like little things here and there where I can just bring in some from our actual red circuit cell. But I think I can actually get rid of this. I don't think I can get rid of the electronic circuit cell yet, because it's still required for a few things, but I will give it a look off camera just to make sure I've gotten rid of everything it's possible to get rid of. This is going over there, but I'm just going to pick all this up. All getting picked up. Inventory not full yet. Some of this will repurpose. Some of this I'll probably just blow up. Get rid of. Okay, so we don't need this plastic, do we? Let's get rid of the plastic. I'm watching my inventory so it doesn't fill up. Okay, and yeah, we don't need this plastic, do we? Goodbye. Look at that. All right, there's probably a few other things I can clean up, but that is a pretty good start. Like this, I can get rid of this. I can get rid of these guys. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh, I kind of got a little distracted there. We are going to be adding 500 more steam engines for a grand total of 1,520. The only reason I still have the 20, there's 20 right up here, because I'm trying to use up the last of this coal. And we're down to 3 of these guys, and they're struggling because of our power requirements. After that, we are going to be expanding our rail network to a 4-lane system, which we don't really need for the railroads, for the trains. But we do need it for the power, so we can fit more solar panels. So time to redesign that. I'll have to redesign a few things too, because rails, they just fit a little bit differently than they used to. After the rail upgrade and update in 0.13. But ever since I started leaving the trains in their stations, if their inventory was not empty, the rail traffic has really diminished quite a lot. We will need to make a new copper cell. And I think our iron cell's fine for now. A lot of our iron and copper was going directly to electronic circuits, and now that's getting directly fed from these 2 patches. So yeah, we're going to be upgrading our rail network. I guess next episode, we're going to have to do some designs. And then I'm going to have to replace every single last one of these. Probably better to do that sooner than later then. Although I haven't placed any rails in a while. Okay, so I guess that about does it, doesn't it? We have 4 of these guys left. That's good. 4 little patches. I'm wondering if I can find a way to get rid of batteries, then we can pick up this entire oil structure and just use a pipe to take the little bit of oil from this little, our original oil well that is humming along happily there. We can just send him down to our actual refining center, which will also need to be reworked at some point to become much bigger. We need beacons added to this. It needs to be bigger as well, so that we can produce way more petroleum gas than what we're making right now. But yeah, this area is starting to feel a little bit like it's going extinct, which is nice. Very good. Okay, so I guess that's the end of this episode. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Next episode, railroads. Even railroadier. See you later. Bye-bye.